So I'm James, the owner of Kika here in Wanaka, and I'm going to be hosting the Sydney girls around a late autumn harvest, taking them out to some food producers and hidden secret spots. So Team Sydney is myself, Chef Pelissa Anderson and sommelier Sam Payne.
So Pelissa and I went to James's restaurant Kika in the heart of town. In one short word, was incredible. So we really got to see his vision of what he does with all this produce that he forages and gets from really great suppliers. It's a great little restaurant and completely buzzing and great vibe and great energy, like non-stop. There were just people like streaming in, and they don't take bookings and they're completely booked out like 7 nights of the week. Like it's bonkers, but it seems to be the place to go to when you're in town.
We're just on the outskirts of Wanaka, and so this is Martin's garden. So he's a local guy that's just growing organic produce. It's just really good to have somewhere local I can come and see what he's got going. Yeah, it's just nice, amazing produce and really fresh. So
incredible market garden he's got set up here. I think he's pretty new to it, and for, you know, somebody who's just gotten into it, it's pretty well established. And we're looking at things that we can use for our dinner. Oh yeah, just walking around picking the herbs and smelling things and tasting the chilies, because obviously we've got to have a bit of chilies in our dish. So yeah, I think we're gonna get there. Like, you can feel it when you eat it. And the fact that you can go around these beds and pick them raw and eat them without having to wash them, that's a testament to, you know, what he's doing. It's amazing. This is, for me, the best part of the creative process, because you cannot cook good food without good produce. This is so good.
I know. Yeah, really amazing, huh?
Celery.
Thank you very much for having us.
No worries.
So incredible.
We just brought the girls over from Sydney to just come up here and just experience where the lamb are raised. It's quite an experience to eat some of the food actually on the property, of like, we're standing on the stuff the lambs are fed on. It's just those kind of things just stick with you, and I think as a chef you're always looking for that, and you need to know the reason why you're using a certain product. And coming here, meeting Grant and finding out all the good practices they use, I think it's a good takeaway for us all to just, you know, reason why something tastes so good is that all the background steps that people like Grant put into it.
We're currently on the top of a mountain eating really outstandingly good lamb. Like, melt in your mouth, hands down best lamb. It's just gorgeous. You can really see how he's thought about the land and how that sort of affects the ecosystem of what he's trying to do, and that then in turn creates this incredible product, these lambs. You know, you taste it in the flavour. He's thought about what he's planting to feed them, like the chicory, like the beets and things like that, because that's going to give the lamb different sort of nutrients and characteristics, and then in the end a better product, and you taste it.
We're just looking forward to using some of this lamb tomorrow for the dinner. We'll just kind of see what we can come up with, really. Yeah, we're on the grounds of Wanaka, and there's a lot of like untouched sort of open areas here, and lots of different trees, which means lots of different mushrooms. So we were lucky enough to get Peter Langlands, which is a professional forager, New Zealand. So we're really fortunate to have him here and just identify some of the mushrooms, and well, there's so much stuff that's around even just this property that's edible that you just wouldn't know unless you had an expert. And especially with mushrooms, you need an expert. Well, you know, we're going to find some awesome stuff here today.
Peter's the best. He's so good. Like, I literally go to him like, is this one poisonous? Is this one poisonous? Is this one safe? Is this one not safe? No, he's great. And just that wealth of knowledge that he has accumulated over a, you know, lifetime of foraging.
We found some mushrooms, and also it's sweet chestnut season. So we were lucky enough to find a sweet chestnut tree. The first thoughts we're kind of thinking is we're going to make a soup with the chestnuts and maybe smoke them. And then we've got a selection of mushrooms, so we might, we've got some really nice manuka here, so we might make a little skewer with the manuka, skewer the mushrooms and then grill them just to serve with the soup. We've kept it pretty open, So we're just going to get everything we've got back and have a look at it and then start to make a plan. So yeah, we're looking forward to getting cooking, really.
So here I am in Bendigo, which is about 30-35 minutes outside of Wanaka Township, in this really beautiful vineyard with Jen Pa and AJ to find some wine to pair with our lamb dish today, which is going to be very exciting. So predominantly Pinot from this vineyard. So we're looking for those red fruited spectrums, maybe even a bit of savouriness, but really want that vibrancy and that acidity to pair and match with the lamb dish. You really can taste Central Otago in the glass. Like, there's nothing else quite like that, from the really riper fruit-driven styles to the slightly more ethereal, leaner, more savoury styles. You can't mistake it for anywhere else in the world. And why would you want to? You know, if you come here, you want to try what the land is providing. So, you know, looking at this is going to be much better with the lamb loin, because it's got enough acid lift in there to cut through protein, but not so much structure that it's going to overpower the dish. There's a delicacy and a light hand to this wine.
Well, so today is the day, really. We get to put all our foraging and exploring to work into 3 dishes. We're set up at the Wharakia kitchen and guests are starting to arrive. And we're really excited to share what we found with them.
We're working really well as a really cohesive team. Like, we're obviously really respectful of where, you know, each one's headspace is at. And I think at the end of the day, we're working with such great produce. We're going to have such great, you know, spirits, beers, wines to pair with it all. We're really going to give, you know, a snapshot of what food and wine in Wanaka is all about.
Yeah, I mean, it's been amazing to see people's reaction of coming into Wanaka and see the produce we have here. I think being here, you don't realise how lucky you are. Yeah, it's been a fantastic experience.
So much a surprise on every level how much I absolutely loved it. I knew the landscape was going to be stunning, but what was more stunning was the quality of the produce, the quality of the chefs and the people who live and work around here.
My Wanaka experience, what I've taken away, it's just reaffirmed my love for this place. Like, I've said multiple times before that I find Central Otago in particular to be really soul restoring. This just confirmed everything that I had already inherently felt, like the care that people have for the land. And it shows in the produce, in the food, in the wines that are coming out of this region. Like, it's just, it's my happy place. It's everything you want out of a region and more.